My. Preparation. Whew, okay, I'll get around to individually sorting through the pieces and things and individually selling them. I generally air freight that sort of stuff. They vary in age and type, and some of them are like real high-end stuff, some of them are average. Haven't gone through them. I've seen a few. I'm talking about some serious stuff. Okay, what we have here, I'm calling this my, look at the grain lines in this thing. This is Itcho wood, highly coveted stuff. This very heavy board. I'm calling this, it sits beautifully. It's just a bit of my sweat. Woo! Got that fan right there going. Might have to turn that down a bit. Sometimes the fans will mess with the video. Right. Yeah, Tunny fella left a few hours ago. His mother showed up. Haven't seen her in a long time, months and months and months, and she's genki. That means healthy and happy and all. I was surprised when she was there. I went over to see her over there, and we're sitting there having a tea, and I look around the corner, and there you are! Like, whoa, that's great, so fantastic. She spent some time being, you know, in a hospital situation, and she was fine, so that's great to see. A friend of mine said he'd like to come along to this market when the weather starts to cool down. It's not exactly cool under this thing, under a hot tin roof. The crows got a good feed. I had some bread that was a little bit mouldy, so I chucked them up on the roof and boom, boom, boom. They were like, alright, thanks. Right, so it's all going okay. Yeah, so great to see. Hopefully when the weather, we're talking about like next month we'll go, I don't know how many times, but we'll get together again and go to that real family orientated kind of market kind of thing, so that'll be great. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're calling this September 13th GB Go Board 1, and this is Itcho wood. It's very heavy. It's got accentuated urushi lines. Obviously it's an antique, and this is where the moisture comes out of the wood after years and years. It's got a lot, I mean, there's, while you're playing you can go along and just sort of go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll find that very old wood, but the actual board itself, when it was made, isn't that old at all. You'll find they didn't. This is bit of work in this one. Now all the work that goes involved and what I get out of it, not a lot. And I have to make up box protectors, get a certain type of box, all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to be sea freighting this stuff because the air freighter, they had to up their costings and way too much. That there is a shogi board, and that's probably the greatest shogi board definitely I've ever had. I reckon it's one of the greatest I've ever seen. Wow. Okay, not going to present that today. I'm going to keep that around for a while. Okay, now this is telling us Ichikyu Hachi Hachi Nen Sangatsu. So that's actually says 1988 in March. So I don't know if that's telling us it was made then. I don't know. But I expect so. Maybe it's made then, but it's really old wood. It's a beauty. See, with Itcho you find all kinds of knocks and in the wood itself, anomalies in the woods, highly coveted stuff. So I've been saving these, and some people have been watching me, and I've been saving this, So I had to move my rig over there. Right, so yeah, sea freighting this stuff due to, I mean, that's very heavy. What I'm going to have to do is that the body and legs will go separately, and I'll mark them sometimes with a pencil, depends how easily they are to be marked. so you can easily pop them back in the correct orientation, correct position and orientation. So that's a beauty. What I've had to do, some boards didn't make the cut, but this one's not the real deal. Some things that there's one over there I'm going to sell really cheap. I reckon that'd be great for someone that might want to get a sander out and put some work into it in time. Had to move my rig, the Camino coal bike, in order to make some room down here. Yeah, I think that I'm doing this stock take thing to try and figure all that out, because I think I've got some awesome, someone asked me about this awesome like KO board I had, and I sold that somewhere, and I don't even know if one awesome one in there is listed. I don't know. Who's sweating like a crazy? Alright, so take me down to Go Board City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Boom, boom, I want you please. Yeah, I've been back to Go Board City. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, this one here, very heavy. There's going to be some variations in weights, but yeah, this will have to, the board itself will have to go in a certain type of box with box protectors, all that stuff going on, and the legs will go in a different box. In not too much of the distant future, I'll start going through these, and you'll have an opportunity to have some awesomenesses of awesome. I'll give you a sneak preview of some awesome. Where do I see some awesome? Someone put some tape on these to make certain they wouldn't go anywhere, but the tape is like really stuck on there, so I guess someone might want to sand that. But look at these. Whoa, that's real deal right there. Real deal shells. I haven't gone right through all of these. Real deal shells. I've got some real deal Edo period stuff. Put all of that there, the real deal antiquities. Got some real deal stuff. Okay, now, okay, so they're not fun to pack. Yes, but it's exercise. Yeah, so you're getting some manpower back again. Alright, so this is, as we see, GB number 1, September 13th. So I've put a sticker on each one, so help me out with that one. Now I didn't put that over a kizu, or a kizu means a floor or often a crack or something like that, but I just plonk that on somewhere good. Awesome. This thing is super heavy. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot of it in for me, but I like doing this, you know. Get back to your roots kind of thing, you know. It's sort of, it's not just a business, it's a lifestyle. So yeah, if one was to take into account of sourcing and time and paying rents and just everything, fees and just gasoline and did I say gasoline? It's just everything that's involved in everything that I do. If I was a rich man. Hey, I'm going to be poor forever, but I'm kind of feeling pretty happy actually. Right then, now, okay, let's move on to board number 2. Okay, what we have here is September 13th, Icho wood, highly coveted board, GB2, Go Board 2. Oh, I just turned the fans off again. I did a photo shoot for the other one and all that stuff. Okay, now, this Edo period? It's got to be at least Meiji period. Now I've written down here some. Oh, you can see. See these kanji here, kanji here, kanji here, kanji here. This is an artisan board. See this? That's not machined or anything like that. Or that's or taken from a pattern or whatever. How they do that? Or they plonk something on and carving. This is an artisan board. Now, look at that. You'll get to see it. I mean, when you own this, the wavy. That's some sap that's come through. Oh, that's not sap. That's my sweat. yeah, you see, like I pointed to a bit of a flaw here. I've actually written down here GB2 slight repair, because I found that this this leg here is quite loose. So what you can do, there's some of the wood itself was in poor condition. Some of the wood here broke away, so I put some wood glue in there and repaired that. So that there is stuck to this. If you can, I don't want to pry that off and wood glue it back there. Sits in beautifully. So if you do what they generally do, put a little bit of paper in there and then slide that in, and you'll be fine. Now this thing here is, you know, it might be late Edo, it might be early Edo, who knows? Judging by these are this is a really old board. Judging by these designs, and you'll find that for some reason it will sit fine. There we go. That just popped back in correctly. There's some kind of bits of blue paint or something that's scuff marked upon it, which is a pity, but this is beautifully lacquered, and it's highly accentuated the urushi lacquer lines. It feels beautiful, beautiful playing surface, and this is a beauty. If it didn't sort of need to be a little bit of work on there, you don't really need to. I mean, you play it as it is, but oh man, my. So I'm just going to sell it cheap. What I'll have to do is take legs out. It can go in the one C-thread box, and I'll just mark the legs, and then they'll have to go side on, and then I've got to wrap them and work my magic and make it happen. That there, I'm going to get that fan back on very soon. A scratch there, a bit of a scratchy watchy, but my, this is you get a really good idea of that. That's my sweat. Get a good idea, is it? Yep. Of just how awesome Icho wood is, and why they like it, because it's got so. That's Icho. Yeah, that's probably the best shogi board I've ever. Wow. Anyways, okay, let's move on to, yeah, real deal piece of antiquity there. I'd prefer to get a whole lot more for it, but alas, that's the way it is. Look at that spider webbing. All right. Okay, let's get those fans back on first of all. Okay. I'm running around trying to get getting the air hose onto these old shoes here, so I can slip them off. Righto. Now what we have here is a piece of history. This thing here is this is old school, and it's beautiful. Another Icho wood. Told you I've been saving some of these. You see, it's got quite a bit of bowing in it now, but it sits fine. Got some bowing in it now due to real aging going on. It's got real nice colorations. You can feel the accentuation of the urushi lacquer on top, and it feels quite smooth. See a bit better. Yeah, because quite a fair bit of bowing in this thing, just a lot of age in it, you know. You'll find that this thing here, look at all this beautiful colorations going on here. What we have down here, have some notes, and this tells us something very interesting. What we have here, and also the one on top there, came from the same place. That means Kiyokawa Shiten, and it's this tells us about Fukuoka. This is this Fukuoka City, Fukuoka Ken, Fukuoka Prefecture. This area is Fukuoka Prefecture. And this was once known as the Masakane Sugo Ginko, Masakane Sugo Bank, and they have become now the Fukuoka Chuo Bank. This tells us from the Kiyokawa branch, which is a bank owned this. Now, banks, what have they got? They've got a lot of dough. And so, obviously, they want to have the best. And so, back in the day, this thing here, it would have been a very expensive item. Now, she's got nicks, she's got bonks, and just the way I like them. She's rough and bowed and just shows provenance and age and just wowness. Yeah, and that one too. So what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm calling this one September 13th Icho GB3. Alright, I'll pop that over there. Right, let me get those fans back on, those silly things that you fall out of. Like about 8 months ago or something, was it? 9 months ago, I had these silly shoes on. I had way too much vodka in me, and I slipped with these stupid shoes, and then, not those, but these other stupid shoes. And I slipped, I ended up going out the window at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and nearly decapitated myself. What am I doing outside? Oh, look at the stars. With this maru, this rounded section of thick glass that my head was, my neck was sitting upon. If it wasn't for the curtains, it would have been curtains. Am I getting a bit too hot and sweaty under here? Whew, all right, let's get this sorted. Come on, I'll do this lot, and then someday, and I'll get around to this sort of thing. Tomorrow, in fact, I want to do tea ceremony day, and get all those shelved and things like that. We're getting there. Okay, another piece of history, quite bowed again, this one. And this one is also Icho wood. Now, you see some cracking line down there. That's indicative of Icho. You see that sort of stuff all the time. You see knots and all sorts of things. It doesn't penetrate at all, right? So it only goes to the knot itself. So it's fine. Yeah, this one here also comes from the same bank as the one I explained, the other one there. Right, we're calling this September 13th Icho Board 4. Another beauty that has a loose dealie here, so you just put a little bit of paper, loop a bit of paper in it and knock it in, and you're good to rock and roll. Might have to take them all out in order to, when I do the packing system. It's got a lovely playing surface. Nice, accentuated again with the urushi lacquer. And she's got a few nicks and bonks here and there. I like that nick there. Essentially, see, it doesn't penetrate there. It's another real awesome one. I can't wait to get those fans back on. So yeah, this one here also says, as it goes that way, that it is from the Kyokawa Shiten, once known as the Masakane Sugo Ginko Bank, and now is known as the Fukuoka Chuo Bank, the Kyokawa branch. So it's quite got some history, you see? Isn't that cool? Okay, now let's get on to that one. That one's Kaya no Ki. So we'll get on to that. Oh, can't wait to get another nice ice cold chilled unsweetened tea. That will go down real nice and get a feed. Haven't eaten yet. It's like what, 3 in the afternoon or something. I did not expect that this would be taking that long. Preparation has been considerable. Okay, we're calling this one September 13th GB5. This is Kaya no Ki, synonymous with the Keyaki no Ki, the word. Alright, beautiful it is. Accentuated, beautiful playing surface. It's pretty cool, pretty pretty good. Yeah, it's warm. I'm wondering, am I going to pass out? I was wondering over there. I got up real quick over there. I was moving some things like, whoa, what's going on here? Right, let's get this job done. Now, I reckon that this here is where the moisture comes out of the board over the years. The condition is actually really good with this thing. For the price, it's just silly. But that's the way it is. I reckon someone out there, if they play it as it is, but I reckon doing some like sanding and stuff here, so you can see how that's where the moisture's come out over the years also, and there. And I reckon that this would be an awesome board for someone out there that might want to sand it and bring it back and clean up these sections. Just clean that up there. Yeah, this is a nice Kaya board, good price, nice. Okay, as I say, I'm sea freighting this stuff, so it takes a very long time, like 6 weeks to 3 months, depending on where you are. If you're locked in Europe, sometimes it takes longer, you know, things like that. But sometimes it doesn't take that long at all. Like to Australia, things have been taking like 6 weeks. So, yep, depends on where you are generally these days. Okay, right, let's plonk that somewhere and get those fans back on. Okay, so we're calling this one September 13th, go board number 6, Icho flat. Okay, so no legs for this one. Once had legs. It's a beautiful piece of wood. That's another piece of Icho wood right there. Lovely colorations, nice playing surface. Can't feel much in the way of raised square lacquerings on this one. It's very smooth though. It has just lovely colours. So I reckon someone out there, look at the colouring in that. I'm selling it crazy cheap. I don't think I'll make anything out of this, but just, you know, got a time and packing and blah de blahs, go through all that. But I reckon that this deserves to be like recode or something, you know. It's just waiting to do that. It can wait here for 1,000 years, I don't care. I reckon it's awesome. Look at that colour all the way through there, all the way down there and to the other side. Nice. Okay, I do have some legs around. That was off an old board that was rotted out or something. I have some around here and there. I'll gather some together at some stage. I kept some that were okay. Might have sold them. Forget that notion. Now, am I getting a bit dehydrated? I just polished off the rest of all the tea I had. So, yeah. All right, 2 more to go. We can do this. Okay, what we have here is a very large board, and you'll find that some of the flow lines themselves, you'll see they're not so dissimilar to what we've got going on there. That's definitely Icho right there. And we're trying to determine this. We believe it's Icho because if you have a look at the flow lines that we have, it's very large and heavy. You see, looks like some cracking line down there, but it doesn't venture far. It's just into, that's indicative of Icho also. You see these, look at these beautiful flow lines that we've got going on here. Nice. This board itself isn't that old. Let's have a look at this. This is what we found to be very interesting. Look at this. That's how we determine. See here, it's not straight lines, what you might get in sugi, but that there is flow lines, and this shows. So this is more of a piece that's not as old as something as old and rare as that, for instance. Still, okay, it's not as old, but it's cut from some really good stuff, and I think the only reason why I'm able to get this is because often Itcho has anomalies with them, like they've got knots and all kinds of stuff in them. And I think because this didn't sell for many thousands because of this cracking line that is clearly in the playing surface. So I think that people would have chosen other ones over this for that very reason. But still, this is wow. You can very highly accentuated urushi lacquer lines. And yeah, this one's yeah, this is heavy. It's going to have to go in 2 separate boxes, so legs will have to go in another box. As I say, I'm going to get around to doing this sort of stuff. I've got to piecemeal that sort of thing. Yeah, this is a beauty. Wait till you see that. I'm going to keep that around for a while. Okay, so we have a Hinoki board over here, so we'll get on to that one. And that, I think I'll get that fan back on in a minute. Oh, this is an absolute beauty. Wait till you you get some pieces and whack them down on this thing. Nice. You might need to have some muscles to carry this thing around. You might want to, once it's placed somewhere, leave it there. Right then, forgot to turn the fans off. Right, this is a bit of a test for the fans. Maybe all along I could have been heard on this without the... I remember I was at the beach one time, it was really windy and nothing came through with this, but that could be a reasonable test. Hinoki. Let's have a look at that in a sec. Alright, let's get these fans off. But that's a reasonable test. Maybe I could have made that spread out. Right. After all, now I'm doing something that I rarely ever do. I've only probably done it once or twice before. I fired up the rig, closed the windows, and I turned on the air conditioner. I hardly ever drive the air conditioner on. You can pretty much see the fuel gauge go down. And I was thinking, if I don't do something, I'm going to end up fading to black. Fade to black, and then I won't have to worry about anything anymore. So you got your positives and negatives, your pros and cons there. Right then, now what we have here, I'm calling this GB number 8. September 13th, GB number 8, and beautiful, sits beautifully. Once again, you see some slight cracking lines in here. Doesn't go. It does. It goes down to here. Let's see, where's it go here? Comes in about there, I guess. But still, it'll last a very long... Yeah, it doesn't go all the way through. It comes into about here and down to there. Nothing substantial. Nothing to fuss about. Now, especially for the price. Yeah, September 13th, Go Board 8. And this is Hinoki wood with some beautiful lines. You see this sometimes with Hinoki wood. See this, these streams, these streaks, different colorations. What's interesting about this piece here is that the Showa period, the Showa reign ended, started in 1926 and ended in 1989. And this is no, I'm thinking about the other board. Scratch that. I'm thinking about the other board. The other board, there's one of those boards that had 1988 written on it, didn't it? Right, now this one, this is different. This says Heisei Hachinen. Okay, so that board was the last year of the Showa period. No, the last year was, and the first year of Heisei was 1989. Okay, so this one here is Heisei Hachinen. So what's that work out to be? Brain not good right now. That's alright. got to get into the 90s here. Let me try this, because I'm really starting to feel quite woozy. Too much heat. Right, let's just add this together easily. And go that one. This is 96. I think this was made in 1996. In January. Hatachi, I think that means, on the 20th or an auspicious day, something like that, in 96. Okay, so the other one that actually had not written on it in this form, but in the more modern form, was 88. Okay, so this one is 1996. So not so old and pretty good condition, as one might expect for something a whole lot newer than many of those others that I showed. A little bit of nick there. Nice accentuation, beautiful playing surface. Yeah, hinoki is quite a coveted type of wood also, so there you go, that's real nice. Okay, yeah, I had better hop in that rig and try to cool down a bit. Go to the local Jiddo Humbaiki there, it's a vending machine, and get some ice cold tea into me. Into me. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm whoa. With that addition, woo. Right. Just got to harden up a bit. That's all. You're the one I want. You are the one I want. Woo hoo hoo. Oh, I need this. 150 yen, which is a pretty decent price for this size. On the highway, the 170, in the Jiddo Humbaiki. That's the hang on, let me get some of that. Oh, Gepu. Oh, that's better. Yeah, at the roadhouse, the roadside place. 170 yen, you can't do that. It's just tea leaves and a bit of water. But my, there's life in a bottle right there. Oh, hey, Dragonfly, you want some? Oh, that's better. Mate, I hopped into this thing and I had the aircon going. Very rare do I do that. And, whoa, what a difference. Now, if I wasn't so stupid, maybe it's genetics or something, I would have opened all the windows and all what I could in the... See, I didn't expect to be in there that long today, and I figured, oh, outside, I mean, it's crazy warm still. It's the 13th of September. Still September, yeah, mate. Anyway, pack of PJs. Grasshoppers are happy. Cars might come, mate. You better go over there. Oi. Oi. There you go. See you later. Yeah, I didn't expect to be in there that long, but if I did open up those windows, I would have at least dropped that temperature in there by maybe upwards of, well, at least 5 degrees, maybe upwards of 10 degrees, because it's 36, and I'm under a hot corrugated roof, and I should have opened up the windows. I didn't expect to be in there for hours and hours in that, but that's alright. I've just noticed before that sometimes when it gets really windy, these microphones on these cameras, and this is number 4 of the same one, decide not to work too good, and then I'd have to do it all again. So yeah, that's alright. But yeah, hopping into this thing, I cooled it down for a few minutes. Doesn't take long with this rig. In fact, the air conditioner on this unit, it's only a 660cc rig, and it's got 4-wheel drive, it's got power, it's got everything, low range, all the kit and caboodle. And anti-lock braking system. This thing's got computerized dealy wheelies. I got no idea what they are. Anyways, and yeah, the aircon on this thing, if you put it on full power and have the windows up and put down the shades and all, it's too cold. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. And that's in, like serious humid conditions, but you can feel it's starting to get drier, right? But less sort of dreary. That's good. See, unsweetened. Oh, Gepu. Authentic green tea, that says. And some of it's, I'll prefer the sort of browner stuff, really. Maybe not, I don't know. But that'll keep you alive. And when it's going in, mate, especially if you're hungover or something like that, or you're under the weather, you're not feeling well, whatever, I swear, see, this is true. When you drink this stuff, as it's going in, you can feel it going down. You can feel it healing you. You know, yeah, you can feel it healing, because it's not. It doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it that your body is fighting against. You know, yeah. So look at all these dragonflies, mate, doing their things. All right, so it's still pretty high in the sky. Let's get back to the ranch. I might go, and I haven't eaten yet. What have we got here? Some kind of dealy wheelies and messages and bull dust and bloody blahs. What have we got here? We got what's that? 3:45. Alright, that's okay. So let's go to the supermarket. Let us, like plural or something. Am I going all a bit weary, Dunlop? Yeah, get a feed into me and then upload all this stuff and do all that. Oh, that'll take hours and hours to do anyway. So see, it's not just a business. It's not just a small, puny, never will burgeon. It's not just a business, it's a lifestyle, see? So you got to get that balance, because stress, you don't want that. You don't want to be forever more chasing more dough and more dough and more dough, and then you get to a point you got a whole load of dough and you're like, whoa, where did that 20 years go? Yeah, so find that balance. If it's not working, change. I'm like a chameleon like that. My, have I just got, here's my life, and just gone so many times, just gone, don't want to do that anymore, and I'm out of there. Yeah, you can't believe, you know, I'm 54 now, the amount of times I've done that. Yep. I'm very proud of that, to be honest. Yep. Have the courage to do that. Yes. Just go, yeah, just sort of give away all my stuff, sell stuff, and just give to people for free, and just dump it all at the Brotherhood bin, and people go, are you really getting rid of it? Yep. And just like grabbing a backpack with $124, 24 at the time, and just threw a dart and a map and left. Yeah. At the Boozer once again. The Boozer, they had these really cool things from America, and had this sort of low alcohol beer, but it was the last run of them. They don't have them anymore, so I tried this one. It was like a 0.5%. I have sinned, my lord. But that was, didn't like that at all. Usually go for that. That's not bad, but I'm quite impressed with this one. These are tallies. These are the Sapporo Premium Alcohol Free 00s, and they're only 118 yen each. These are the tallies, and so that equates, I just checked, to 84 yen a pop. So this is a good way to, you know, keep on the sober binge. And look at this, you can get a pack of these for you can get a 6-pack of tallies for 635 yen. So what's that work out to be? Math. Hey, let's use this fancy pants computery thing. What were we saying? 635. $4.50, and we get a 6-pack of this, the tallies. So they're 500ml cans, and for $4.50 US. So that's a pretty good deal. Yeah. So yeah, this Sapporo stuff, I'm quite impressed with it. So we're talking about, what's that, 75 yeah, I didn't think I did the calculations myself. 75 cents a can of a 500ml tallies for the zero booze. They've got all kinds of varieties of different alcohol free, so there's plenty of choices. I like that one too. I swore off Suntory products for like 2 decades because I felt that Suntory products just tasted like chemicals to me, but I found that I figured I'll give them another go. I was quite impressed with that one too. So they're all free. That's 118 yen for the smaller ones, but these here for the price, you can't go wrong. I might grab a 6-pack of that stuff.